Alright, so I was kind of sitting here uploading some stuff. I was checking Snapchat, the Ben Shapiro show, and it was just something that's, something popped up on my Snapchat. I was talking about the body cams of the George Floyd incident. I hadn't watched those. I hadn't even heard of them recently. They came out. This is a 33-minute long video. We are not going to watch all of that. But, fuck. Oh, fuck. Son of a bitch. Whatever, cool.
Hey, man. Don't
But
leave myself, man, please.
first and foremost, I was one of those people that automatically just assumed that the worst, like, jumped on it, like this was malicious and this is very, outright just a murder, a straight just lynching or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right there in the streets of Minneapolis. And I believe in the movement. I've been a part of, situations and understanding that there is, abuse of power and this, that, and whatnot. I believe in that, and I understand that, and I see that. And this situation was the catalyst of what sent all of what we're dealing with now in such an uproar. And this video is not going to make anything better, because they want justice for what they saw, but what they saw was only part of the story. And from what I can tell, from what I watched, we didn't get all of it, and there's a lot more there to it.
Wait, that's it.
Well, you're still going in the car.
He was, so the traffic, for what happened was, the police were called into the situation for counterfeit use of a counterfeit bill. George and Shawanda and fucking this other dude, 3 people sitting in a car across the street. From my opinion, from what I've seen, they seem to be on drugs. Shonda won't stop moving. The other dude's sketchy, and George just seems to be high as hell. But that's just me. Cops seem to approach the situation in the car. George is freaking out. They're flipping or sketchy or whatever's going on inside of the car. The cop pulls his gun, pulls out his flashlight, knocks on the window. George and I freaking out, and they were, he's not, responding to the cops' directives to put his hands on the wheel and listen. He's freaking out and he's crying, crying around, high as hell. I could tell. And the cop pulls his gun and he starts, get antsy. George is antsy, and the cop's getting, anxious. And George finally, starts to fucking submit. They fight, but he doesn't really. They have to actually drag him out of the car, put him out, and, rough him up, put his hands behind his back and fucking, grab it and get him into handcuffs the rough way. And then get everybody out of this situation. From what this one cop's fucking thing, he's talking to Shonda and this other dude trying to get information. So I guess this is the other side of it.
No, sir. Nothing. Why y'all doing me like that? Please, crack it doing it for me and stuff, man.
They haven't been.
You got him?
Can you please crack it for me, please?
Yes, I'll crack it.
Stay with me,
I
man.
will.
Please stay with me, man. Thank you. God, man. I didn't know I was going to happen, man. Please, man. I just want my hands free. I don't look none of y'all, man. Nothing.
You got it?
Inside in your pocket real quick on your shirt. I'm listening. And I understand that people do stuff.
Alright, he's good. This guns, whatever. There's nothing working.
Okay.
Grab a seat.
I'll
roll the windows down, okay?
Please, man. Please don't do that. Take a seat. I'm going in. I'm going in. No, you're not. I gotta go in.
I mean, cops have been rough with me like this before.
I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy, man.
They got to get rough with him at this point. I've had to have cops get rough with me to push me into a car. Yeah. Cops, that's just how it's going to be. Black, white, whatever color you are. You refuse to get into that car, you're going to get pushed into, you're going to get into that car. Or you're going to the ground, one of the two. And he
I'm gonna die, man. You need to take a seat right now. And I just had COVID,
What type of guy are you?
Please, man. Stop, look at that, look at that.
Not even listening.
Look at it, look at it.
We can fix it now while you're standing out.
Okay, man. God, y'all do me bad, man. Man, I don't want to try to win. I don't want to try to win. I don't want to win. I'm claustrophobic. I'm claustrophobic. I got anxiety. I don't want to do nothing to them.
I'll roll the window down.
I have claustrophobic, and I'm claustrophobic and anxiety too. So, but this doesn't give you the right to act this way.
Pull your legs in.
Trust me, I freak out every time I get to a cop car.
Let me count to 3. I'm going in. Please.
Anytime
I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to win.
and I've been locked in the chair, and I've been locked. You know, I've put myself in pretty shitty situations. You know, so it's like I'm claustrophobic as fuck. And it's a weird situation to be put into. It sucks, but you can't act this way. You can't act this way. I mean, you know, this to me is someone on drugs, very much so.
Bro, anything. I can't stand this shit, man. He know it. He know it. Okay, I thought you please.
And also at this point, the cops haven't been violent. I mean, they haven't been like overly aggressive. They haven't been abusive power. Like right now, the situation doesn't seem to be out of hand. George is being, you know, resistant. The cops seem to be handling it well. It's not gone wrong yet.
I was cold. We can talk.
I'm claustrophobic.
I'm hearing you, but you're not working with me.
God, I'm claustrophobic, man.
Get in the car over here. I'm gonna pull you in.
Get in the car. In the front.
No, you're not getting in the front.
I'm claustrophobic. I was in the
Get in
car.
the fucking.
Okay, man. Okay. I'm not a bad guy, man.
Get in the car.
I'm not a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. Man. Please, sit, please. Take a seat. Please, man. Please. No, take a seat. I can't choke. I can't breathe. Please.
Now, if you quit screaming, you can breathe, bro.
My wrist, man. My wrist, man. Please.
Oh fuck!
I can't take it, man.
It just came all the way out the other side of the car. And now they're gonna. If he wouldn't be fighting so much, he wouldn't have so much problem right now. Like this, I don't. Right now, I feel no sympathy for the man. There is a resist here. There's a very big struggle here. He couldn't breathe. You couldn't just get in the fucking car, deal with your fucking, you know, your counterfeit charges. I think, and if he did have COVID and that was a part of it, you know, I don't think anybody tried to kill this man. If this was a white man, it would have been the same situation if he would have been acting this way. I'm not saying that the cops aren't wrong, but I am also saying that George isn't right. I'm just saying we don't understand this situation fully. And look at this. Fucking kicking around and shit. He fucking won't stop.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just give you a whole new light on the whole situation. Because now, you know, they aren't in his... Now this is where the video picks up where we've seen from the other side of the fucking car. We didn't see all this right now.
Alright. Oh my God. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this, man. Mama, I love you. Reese, I love you.
You got hobble?
To my kids, I love them. I'm dead.
Mine's in my side.
He did.
It's labeled. It says hobble. It's on
I
the top.
can't breathe for this, man. It's cold-blooded, man. Mama, I love you. I can't do nothing. My face is gone.
He high as hell.
I can't breathe, man.
Okay.
Please.
Alright.
Please let me stand. Please,
Yeah.
man, I can't breathe.
You get up on the sidewalk, please. One side or the other, please.
My face getting bad.
Here, should we get his legs up? Or just good?
I don't even know that.
Alright.
Well,
Hopefully Park's still sitting in the car there.
because this is where it gets sad.
I'm assuming so. He wouldn't get out of the car. He wasn't following instructions. Yeah, it's across the street. Park's watching it.
Please.
2 two other people with
Please,
him.
I can't breathe. Please, man. Please, somebody.
You probably step it up then. You got it?
We're about to wrap this up. We don't need to see the rest of this. We know what happens next, right? But what we didn't know was everything that led up to that. And now, here we stand. Like Ben Shapiro said, you saw the first round of riots, wait till you see the second ones when these cops get off. Because that's where this is headed. Those cops are going to get off.